Good morning dear students, welcome once again. This time we are going to study general knowledge for class 8. Moving on with the chapter number 47, insect world. Okay, in this chapter we are going to learn about some of the facts, interesting facts, or we need to identify which insect belong to which family. Okay, so these are some of the questions. Insect world. Let's begin on. Let's try to understand this chapter. The first question: to which phylum or division? Okay, you might have read phylum is there, class is there, species is there, genus is there, right? So as per according to which phylum or division do insects belong? Insects belong to the phylum of Arthropoda, as we know, right? So it is the Arthropoda. 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 It is Arthropoda. To the phylum to which insects belong. Always remember, insects belong to the phylum Arthropoda or the division Arthropoda. Another question: how does one determine the age of an insect? How you can identify the age of an insect? By counting ridge section on antenna. There is an antenna on the insects. By counting the ridge sections, okay, by counting the grooves on the antenna, you can determine the age of an insect. So by counting the number of ridged section, ridged R-I-D-G-E-D, okay, ridged section, grooved section, okay, on antenna, we can determine the age of an insect. Okay. Third question: which common household insect can live without its head for a week? Yes, very interesting question, because this is the only insect that can live without its head for a week. That is cockroach. Okay, cockroach. Very much familiar you are with the cockroach? Yes. So cockroach lives for more than a week without its head. Okay. True or false? You have to say. Butterflies taste with their feet, and it is true. Yes, it is the butterflies that taste the things with their feet only. So butterflies taste with their feet. It is true. Fifth question: is the spider an insect? No, it is not an insect. In fact, it belongs to the division or phylum Arachnid. Arachnida, okay, arachnid, A-R-A-C-H-N-I-D. So spider belongs to the division or phylum Arachnid. That's why it is not an insect. Okay. Now, what do you call a person who studies insect? The person who studies insect are called entomologist. Okay. Entomology is the study of insects, and the person who studies these insects are called entomologist. Okay. Another question: Apis mellifera. Apis mellifera is the scientific name of which insect? Apis mellifera, you might have remembered. Yes, apis, honeybee. Okay, yes, apis, apiculture. That means the culture. That means breeding of honeybees, right? That's why Apis mellifera is the scientific name of honeybee. Now another question, also known as green fly, this insect does not lay eggs. Which insect does not lay eggs and known as green fly? It is aphid. Yes, aphids are the insects. Aphids, which you can also see sometimes in your home. Aphids are the insects which does not lay eggs. It is also known as green fly. Okay. Another question: what is the common name given to termites? Termites, which eats wood, right? Termites. It is white ants. So common name of termites is white ants. Always remember. Okay. Another question: which insect lives in a formicary? Okay, formicary. Which insect lives in formicary? Whose insect's house is known as formicary? It is ants. Okay, ants lives in formicary. Why is ladybird why ladybird are called the farmer's friend, because they eat aphids, and once they eat the aphids, they will stop the farmer's plants from getting destroyed. Okay, another question. Which are the loudest and most noisy insects? It is cicadas. Okay, cicadas. You might have heard sometimes loud noise. Okay, so that loud noise, most noisy insect is cicadas. Oftenly it speaks or produces the noise during the night only. Okay, yes. So it is cicadas which has the loudest and noisy insect. Now the following are different types of what? Creepy crawly. That means these are the varieties of some insect you have to identify. First question is sailor, paper kite, stripes, crow. These are the different types of which creepy crawly? It is butterflies. Okay, so butterflies have the variety as sailor, paper kite, stripes, crow, and all these. Carpenter, mason, bumblebees. Yes, you might have learned the poem Bumblebees. Carpenter, mason, bumble. All these are different types of bees. Marbled, imperial, desert. These are types of which insects? Scorpions. Okay, these are different variety of scorpions. Marbled, imperial, desert. Okay, Brahma, hieroglyphic, Assam moon. All these are types of which insect? Moths. Okay, so Brahma, hieroglyphic, Assam moon. All these are types of moths. You should remember these things. Moving on to the next chapter. Animal facts. Here you have to identify which one is true, which one is false. The critically endangered black rhinoceros is found in South America. It is false. Okay, it is endangered. The critically endangered black rhinoceros is found in South America. It is not a correct statement, so it is false. Okay, it is found where? In Africa, I think. Okay. Pangolins are the most trafficked mammals in the world. Yes, pangolins are the most trafficked mammals. Okay, that means they are found in gatherings. Okay, so pangolins are the most trafficked mammals in the world. Now, the leatherback sea turtles are the largest turtles in the world. Yes, it is true. Leatherback sea turtles are the largest turtles in the world. So name the largest turtle. It is a leatherback sea turtle. Another question. Troops of mountain gorilla are led by a dominant adult female called the silverback. It is false. Troops of mountain gorilla are led by dominant adult female. There lies the fault. It is dominant adult male. Okay. So that's why the statement is false. Okay, if you want to rectify, you can rectify as writing adult male. Okay, not female. Another question. The critically endangered Sumatran tiger is the largest surviving subspecies of tigers in the world. It is false. Okay, critically endangered Sumatran tiger is largest surviving. It is not largest surviving. It is endangered species. Okay, that's why the statement is false. Another question. Even though blue whales are the largest animals in the world, their diet mostly consists of tiny, mini, shrimp-like animals called krill. Yes, it is true. Because though blue whales are biggest, but they take the food as a small shrimp-like animals like called krill. Yes, it is true. Size is very big, but they have their food as small creature, very small creature. Okay. Another question. The giant panda is found only in the Himalayan region. It is false. Giant panda you can find in forests also. So giant panda is found only in Himalayan region is a false statement. The Ganges River dolphin is also called the blind dolphin as it is nearly blind. Yes, absolutely correct, absolutely true statement. The Ganges River dolphin is called the blind dolphin as it is nearly blind. Absolutely correct answer. Okay. Laws of science. Here we are going to read about some of the laws which you might have read in 7 or 8. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of the other two sides. Yes, it is Pythagorean theorem. Okay, in Pythagoras theorem, the side square is equal to hypotenuse square. L square plus b square is equal to h square, right? So square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of other two sides. It is Pythagorean theorem. Another question. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Which law it is? Yes, it is Newton's third law. Newton's third law states for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Another question. Under the same conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volumes of different gases contain the same number of molecules. Which law it is, or which principle? It is Avogadro's law. Okay, under the same condition of temperature and pressure, that means under constant temperature and pressure, equal volume of different gases contain same number of molecules. If the volume is equal, they have same number of molecules. Okay, it is Avogadro's law. Okay. Another question. The volume of a displaced fluid is equivalent to the volume of an object fully immersed in the fluid. Yes, absolutely. Suppose if the bucket is filled and if you drop a ball inside it, the water gets displaced. The amount of water get displaced is equal to the weight of the ball. Okay? Yes. So which law it is? It is Archimedes principle. Your very famous principle, Archimedes principle it is. Okay. Number 5th question. In a fluid at rest in a closed container, a pressure change in one part is transmitted without loss to every portion of the fluid and to the walls of the container. Which law it is? It is Pascal's law. In a fluid at rest in a closed container, a pressure change in one part is transmitted without loss to every portion of the fluid and to the walls of the container. It is Pascal's law. It is correct only. Okay. The current flowing in a circuit is directly proportional to the applied potential difference and inversely proportional to the resistance in the circuit. Which law it is? Yes, it is Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that if a current is flowing, then it is directly proportional to potential difference and inversely proportional to resistance. Okay, it is Ohm's law. The energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. Which famous law it is? Yes, it is law of conservation of energy. So law of conservation of energy it is. Everybody should note it down. Law of conservation of energy states energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. Okay. Yes, this is the exact law of conservation of energy. Okay. Another question. The force needed to extend or compress a spring. The force needed to compress a spring by some distance is proportional to that distance. Which law it is? It is Hooke's law. Okay. Hooke has defined it that the force which is needed to extend or compress a spring, either you extend a spring or you compress a spring, then the force that is needed is proportional to that distance. Okay, the distance to which it moves, okay, is proportional to the force needed. It is Hooke's law. Okay. So these are some of the important laws which you might have read in 7 or 8 in science. Now, space missions. It is also an important question, and the question are given in the form of true and false. Let's try to figure it out, or let's try to understand it. The Apollo program was the first to carry human beings to the moon. True or false? Yes, it is true. Apollo program was the first to carry the human beings to the moon. So it is the Apollo program that took the humans to the moon first. Okay. Another question. The GSLV-3 launched by Indian Space Research Organization is India's heaviest rocket. GSLV-3 launched by Indian Space Research Organization ISRO is India's heaviest rocket. Yes, it is true. Very true. Okay. So it is GSLV-3 launched by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, is India's heaviest rocket. The Magellan spacecraft is also referred to as the Saturn Radar Mapper. The Magellan spacecraft is also referred to as Saturn Radar. False. Why it is false? Because the Magellan spacecraft is referred to as Venus Radar Mapper, not Saturn Radar Mapper. Okay. So make it a point that this famous Magellan spacecraft is referred to as Venus Radar Mapper. Okay, not Saturn Radar Mapper. That's why it is false. Juno is NASA's mission to Jupiter. True or false? Yes, it is true. Juno, Jupiter. Okay, Juno is NASA's mission to Jupiter. Yes, very true, very correct. Juno is NASA's mission to Jupiter. It is true, absolutely true statement. Fifth question. The Spirit rover and Opportunity rover were robotic explorers sent to the moon. True or false? The Spirit rover and Opportunity rover were robotic explorers sent to the moon. It is false. Why it is false? Because Spirit rover and Opportunity rover were robotic explorers sent to Mars, not to the moon. Okay, that's why the statement is false. Clear? Moving on to the next question. The Soyuz T-11 mission capsule carried the first Russian to outer space. Soyuz T-11 mission capsule carried the first Russian to outer space. It is false. Okay, the Soyuz T-11 mission capsule carried the first Indian to outer space, not the Russian. Okay, so that's why it is false. The Messenger is the first spacecraft to enter Mercury's orbit. Yes, very true statement. It is correct only. The Messenger is the first spacecraft to enter the Mercury's orbit. It is true, absolutely true. The Cassini-Huygens mission was a probe to study Saturn, its ring, and natural satellites. The Cassini-Huygens mission was a probe. Okay, probe means research, to look for, to see. Was a probe to study Saturn. Yes, it is also true. Okay, Cassini-Huygens mission was a probe started to study the Saturn, its ring, and its natural satellites. So this statement is also true. So this is about this chapter. Okay, now moving on to the next, we have another chapter also. Branches of medicine. Okay, here we need to study the branches of medicine. The branch of medicine that deals with the study of blood and its diseases. So the branch of medicine that deals with the study of blood and its diseases is called hematology. Yes, hematology. Yes, it is hematology. Here you can see hematology. The study of blood and its component, okay, and diseases related to it is called hematology, okay. Another question, a branch of medicine that deals with the study of nerves and their diseases. Yes, it is neurology. Study of nerves is known as neurology. Yes, it is in G. It is neurology. Here it is given neurology. Okay, right? Yes, study of nerves is called neurology. You have to remember the different branches of science. That's it. Number 3, the branch of medicine that deals with the study of eye and its diseases. Eye, the study of eye is called ophthalmology. Okay, ophthalmology is the name of the branch which deals with the study of eye and its diseases. Okay, so it is ophthalmology. Clear? Number 4, a branch of medicine that deals with the study of heart and its diseases. It is cardiology, the study of diseases of heart and its part, okay, is known as cardiology. Yes, here it is at the top, cardiology. So the branch of science which deals with the study of heart and its diseases is called cardiology. That's why the doctor is known as cardiologist who treats the patients of the heart, isn't it? Yes. Another question. The branch of medicine that deals with the study and treatment of diseases related to feet and ankles. It is podiatry, okay, feet and ankle diseases. Podia. Podia means feet. So the branch of medicine, branch of science that deals with the study and treatment of diseases related to feet and ankles are called podiatry. Here it is, podiatry. Okay, so podiatry is the branch of science that deals with the study of feet, disease and study of feet and ankles. Okay, podiatry. Number 6, a branch of medicine that deals with the treatment of children and their diseases. It is pediatrics. Yes, pediatrics. That's why the doctor who is specialist of child specialists are known as pediatrician, right? Pediatrician. Right, so when an infant, when a small baby gets ill, we take them to pediatrician, one who treats, one who takes very good care of the small children, right? So it is pediatrics which deals with the study of small child. A branch of medicine that deals with the study and treatment of mental illness. Everybody knows about this answer. The mental illness and all the branch of science that deals with the study of these mental diseases is known as psychiatry. That's why the person who treats the mental behavior is known as psychiatrist, isn't it? So psychiatry is the branch of medicine that deals with the disorder of mental illness, right? Yes. The branch of medicine which deals with disorder of stomach and intestine. Stomach and intestine, it is gastroenterology, okay? So stomach and its intestine is related with gastroenterology. Study is gastroenterology, and the doctor who treats or to whom we go when we have the small intestine and stomach problem, we go to gastroenterologist, right? Yes, so these are the famous branches of science. You should learn these things by heart. These are very interesting here, very interesting. Another chapter is your electricity, okay? Here also you can read about some of the interesting factors or features. Dash ran his famous kite experiment in 1752. proving that lightning produces electricity. Who was he? He was Benjamin Franklin. Remembered? Tied the key to the thread of the kite, and as soon as there is lightning, the key gets hotter. Why? Just because that lightning is also a source of electricity. Then he found out. Okay, so lightning, he proved that lightning produces electricity. He was Benjamin Franklin. Okay, he, with the help of kite experiment in 1752, he got the idea that lightning produces electricity. Number 2, dash pioneered. Pioneered means become famous, engineered, become specialist. Pioneered the generation, transmission and use of alternating current, which reduced the cost of transmitting electricity over a long distance. Who pioneered the generation and transmission and use of alternating current, AC? Okay, it was Nikola Tesla. Okay, so Nikola Tesla pioneered the generation, transmission and use of alternating current. What is the use of alternating current? It reduces the cost of transmitting electricity over a long distance. If we use DC, direct current, it will cost heavily. But if we use alternating current, we can take these current to longer distance by investing small amount of money. Okay. The path along which electricity flows is called a dash. Yes, obviously everybody knows that the path through which electricity flows is called a circuit. Okay. The SI unit of electric current is dash, it is ampere. So the SI unit of electric current is ampere. Another question. The electric current is measured with the help of an instrument called dash. So electric current is measured with the help of an instrument called ammeter. Okay. So it is ammeter with the help of which we can measure the electric current. The substances that conduct or transmit the flow of energy are called dash. The substances which conduct the electricity are conductors, right? And the substances which do not conduct electricity are called insulators. Here only it is given conductors and insulators. The substance which generates electricity, conductors. Substance which does not conduct electricity, insulators. A dash is a safety device. So it is a safety device that protects electrical circuit from the effect of excessive current. Yes, it is fused. As soon as there is a overload of the electric current, it trips, right? So it is a safety device that protects electrical circuit from the effect of excessive current. Okay, clear? Yes. Moving on to the next chapter, chapter number 54, your environmental dates. World Wetland Day is on 2nd February. World Wetland Day is on 2nd February. Always remember. World Ocean Day is on 8th June. Okay. International Day of Forest is on 21st of March. Okay. 21st of March is your World International Day of Forest. International Mother Earth Day. It is on 22nd of April. Okay, International Mother Earth Day is on 22nd of April. World Environment Day is on 5th June. Everybody might have remembered. World Ozone Day is on 16th of September. Okay, so match it with 16th of September. World Ozone Day. World Water Day. World Water Day is on 22nd of March. Right? International Day for Biological Diversity is on 22nd of May. In this way you can match and get the answer and get it learned by heart. Okay, these are some of the features. Okay, now it's time to note down your homework only. Right? So your homework will be learn all these chapters. Okay? You have to learn the chapter from 47 to 54. That is your homework. Okay. So it's have a nice day. Have a wonderful day because you have spent almost half an hour with me. Thank you for studying, thank you for taking care. Bye.